morning. So I had a question about deep hip clicking and popping, especially with activities like leg raises or like flutter kicks, anything like that, and feeling them along the front of the thigh. Excuse my allergy voice, but so feeling some of the clicking and popping along the front of the thigh as well as deep in the hip. So my biggest thing with that is the number one thing to do is start doing some dynamic stretching on top of some static stretching before exercise. So the best one that I've seen work for the front of the thigh is doing a stagger step and leaning into this. I can feel that really deep along the front of that thigh and in that hip flexor. So leaning back, you can do that with a knee down and leaning back, so that way you can feel it all the way across. But really doing a static stretch where you're really stretching that hip flexor. Then before you're going to do especially any flutter kicks, anything like that, really opening up that hip joint. So my favorite things are doing big, wide open hip rotating exercises and movements like this. So I usually do about 7 to 10 of these, and then I come back the other way. These will help to just at least lubricate that hip joint, get things moving a little bit. Do that on both sides. The other thing that I like to do is up against a wall here. This is like a track stretch, but you're really going to just swing that hip open and really start moving those hips and getting that hip flexor stretched out and moved a little bit more. That way when you do that, you're really going to have more lubrication in those hips, so it's not kind of flipping and flopping and grinding in there. The other thing that I really think is important is even when you're laying on the ground and you're doing flutter kicks, or you're bringing one leg up and bringing that up and down, you're feeling that click every time you get to right about here, click, click, click. Each one of those, I really want you to tuck that tailbone in, really engage that core, because you're using all of the body weight to lift the leg. It's meant to be a core exercise, so make sure that it's not just a lifting of the leg movement. Make sure that you're really engaging that lower core, tuck that tailbone in, bring that belly button to the spine, and then engage that leg and bring it all the way back down. You will really notice a difference when all of the strain isn't right there on that hip flexor. So give that a try. Let me know if that helped you out or not. If you notice a difference, also let me know, because I want to be able to share that progress with other girls. So